This wine comes from northern Italy, in the northwestern part of Italy, Piedmont, tucked right up into the Alps, right on the border with France. And this comes from the region of Barbaresco. And Barbaresco is right next to Barolo, which you may have heard of. Both of these regions grow wines from 100% Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo is the local grape. It is a thin-skinned grape, which is why when you put this wine in the glass and look at it, it's a little bit pale and you can actually see through it. But what it may lack in appearance, or at least in terms of darkness, this wine is serious. It's got tons of texture, it's got a lot of grip and a lot of tannin, and it's a very serious, very age-worthy wine. We're introducing this at 4 years of age, the 2016 vintage, where it's just begun to start to unfold. When I taste Barbaresco, I think of a few classic things. I think of red fruit. I think of lots of savory elements, being a very classic Italian wine and very food friendly. And I think of that classic note, especially with age, of truffle. And that's something you can start to smell in this wine just a little bit. Let's taste it. So this is the 2016 Cavana Barbaresco. Lots of red fruit here, so dried cherry, little strawberry, fresh herbs like tarragon and sage. A little bit of spice element too, so to me there's some vegetal things going on, but also some spicy things going on like allspice and clove, but also like a roasted beet quality to it. It's got like roasted vegetables and bitter greens like radicchio. This wine to me is very much meant to go with food. It doesn't quite work on its own the same way that it does when it's next to some really awesome food. This is made by two sisters that are both the third generation of the Giordano family and making their own wines and doing an incredible job. This is one of my first exposures to this wine and this winery, but when I tasted it, I just knew that it had to go in the circle. So let's taste here. Yeah, again, that red fruit is very prominent. So red cherry, strawberry, raspberry, and all those sort of roasted vegetal qualities come through. When you drink Barbaresco, get it on your palate and get it all over and into your gums, because that's where you start to notice the intense tannin and texture of Nebbiolo. It almost dries your gums out, but it's really cool. And that's what makes it go so well with food, because it kind of is a palate scrubber in between bites of something rich and delicious. I think this wine's tremendous. This wine is something you could drink now with a long decant, give it an hour or two in the decanter and splash it and get tons of air into it. Or if you'd like, you can set this down for a couple years and drink it later. So, hope you enjoyed the 2016 Luigi Giordano Barbaresco. Cheers.